A train driver has been killed and nearly 90 people have been injured after two East Midlands Railway passenger trains collided near Bedford during Friday evening's rush hour. The crash happened shortly after 5 p.m. when a train travelling from Corby to London St Pancras struck the rear of another service from Nottingham that had come to a stop on the same line. The driver who died has been confirmed by the RMT union as an experienced railway worker and former union representative. Emergency services declared a major incident, with air ambulances, firefighters and more than 20 ambulances rushing to the scene. Officials say 11 people suffered very serious injuries, 22 were seriously injured, and 56 others sustained minor injuries. The Rail Accident Investigation Branch has launched an investigation into what caused the collision. While rail services on the Midland Main Line remain heavily disrupted, authorities are urging the public not to speculate until the investigation is complete.
All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yehoshai, Ba'ashem, Harakah, Wadash, giving double honours to our elders and our apostles of Great Millstone, and a salute to the sincere elect out there. Aria, back at you with another lesson. So what we have here is the Lord visiting the earth which he made. And it's turning up, right? Chaos, problem, reaction, solution. We're seeing that all round. It's happening all round. This chaos, reaction, solution is happening on an all round level, right? And it's turning up in the spirit of the Lord. With the power and the spirit of the Lord is turning up, as we can see. So let's hit a precept. 2nd Ezra's 9 from the top says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, when I have told thee, therefore, then shall they understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And yes, that's what's taking place right now. Yeah, the spirits created with vengeance are in the earth, man. Right, surgical strike, and we can't mince our words with this thing. Yes, the Lord is visiting the earth, and he's turning up. Right, with the uproars, as the scriptures goes on to say, there's going to be uproars among the people, right, in towns, in kingdoms, in nations. We're seeing that. With the Tommy Morrison uproars, we're seeing left, right, and centre, and that's the agenda of these people. That's what they want. They want more chaos, because really it's about they want to introduce their tag and bag. When you get into that, right, the mark of the beast, Revelation. So that's what they want. They want more chaos, and there's a whole heap of conspiracy theories about this. This should have never happened. What they're saying, right, the way these things are playing out. You got the other judgments taking place with the little boy, a young boy, got nyam up by an alligator in a zoo. So they're saying that's very suspicious as well. The person in question, the man in question, wasn't fit to be interviewed. A lot of people are saying that's very suspicious. This seems very suspicious. Something that doesn't happen very often. So yeah, man. That's all I want to bring out. Right? We're in that time now. Things are turning up. Right? Let me hit one more precept. This is a 1-2 punch video. The Zephaniah 3 and 5 says, But the Lord is still, and I'm reading it in the NLT, but the Lord is still there in the city, and he does no wrong. Day by day he hands down justice, and he does not fail, but the wicked know no shame. Yep, I read that again in the KJV. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. Right, man. They don't put it together. They don't put the clues together. That it's the Lord visiting the earth. These people are carnal. They're not spiritual. They see things on a carnal level. But things as we see in the spirit, things are getting closer. The Lord is returning. Yahweh Yahushua is returning, right, via the earth that he made. And he's making his surgical strikes via his angels. Kala Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Wadash. We're going to end with one more video. How about this one here?
To that, because I'm just being told, actually, that we do have some quite significant breaking news from the scene of that train crash in Bedford. I'm going to throw us over to GB News' national reporter, Jack Carson, who's just south of Bedford near that incident for us. Jack, what have you got for us?
Yeah, there was a lot of hold-ups. You know, we was moving around. You know, the Akim them we was moving around Saturday, and this is the aftermath of it happened Friday evening. So there was a lot of hold-ups in the underground. You know, a lot of mayhem. You know, on the fringes because it affected Central Line. It also affected Piccadilly Line. But yeah, once again, the agenda. This is the agenda of the elites up there, because they want to really tag and bag the people. Them Revelation 13, right? They want to introduce that. It's going to be very convenient. And when they start to push it, people are going to say, yeah, we need something. We need some kind of solution, because there's a lot of mayhem. People need to be tagged and bagged. You know, some people saying, yeah, it wasn't a T attack. Conspiracy theories are coming up. So people are under pressure. They want a reaction, right? Problem, reaction, solution. So, Kala Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Wadash. The Lord is in the midst thereof, and every day does he bring his judgments to light.
Thank you, Patrick. Well, I can confirm to you after a statement from the East of England Ambulance Service that 89 people have been injured as a result of this collision. They say that 11 people have been left with very serious injuries, 22 described as being seriously injured, and 56 described as having minor injuries. That is from a statement from the East of England Ambulance Service in the last 10 minutes or so. When we've been live with you this evening, Patrick, we've seen, haven't we, the mass paramedic ambulance service response, still hours after that collision occurred. So we knew that there were going to be a serious number of casualties. We'd seen from those witness statements of those passengers on that train just how many injuries they were seeing in their own carriages in the aftermath. And just to confirm to you once again that breaking line, that 89 people, the East of England Ambulance Service say, have been left with injuries due to this train collision. In the last few moments, we've seen more materials go on site, things like floodlights, because we expect, of course...
Yeah, that's a good question. How has this happened in this day and age when all of the money they spent on AI tech, and beefing up railways, with all the money they've been spending on this technocracy, the AI, right, to solve the problem. As a matter of fact, when you really come down to the nuts and bolts of it, right, AI is a demon, right? Enough said.
Investigations into exactly how this collision happened to go on into the night. We've seen pictures of rail workers on the tracks on the crash site. Also seen a vehicle belonging to the manufacturer of those trains as well enter the site. We also already know that the rail accident and investigation branch are already on the scene beginning their investigations. But as we suspected from the huge emergency response here, and knowing the number of passengers that would have been on those services travelling at this time of day on a Friday, that they would have been busy services, and this collision, which has been described as the train suddenly coming to a stop, well, we got immediately from those passengers that they were witnessing injuries around them, and now we've had that confirmation. Just to say one final time to you, Patrick, that 89 people, the East of England Ambulance Service say, have been left with injuries due to this accident, this collision. 11 people left with very serious injuries, 22 seriously injured, and they say 56 have been left with minor injuries.